You are listening to Christian Audio's production of Safe House: How Emotional Safety is the Key to Raising Kids Who Live, Love, and Lead Well by Joshua Straub. This book is read by Mike Chamberlain. This audio recording was produced in 2015 by Christian Audio, which owns the copyright. No portion of this recording may be reproduced for any reason without prior written consent from Christian Audio. This edition issued by contractual arrangement with Waterbrook Crown. Originally published in English as Safe House: How Emotional Safety is the Key to Raising Kids Who Live, Love, and Lead Well. Copyright 2015 by Joshua Straub. All rights reserved. Please visit christianaudio.com, facebook.com/christianaudio, or twitter.com/christianaudio to offer your impressions of this work and to explore additional titles. Forward. After practicing pediatric and adolescent medicine for 30 years, I have come to consider myself a professional listener, if you will. I have tuned my ear to the hearts of 5-year-olds who don't want to go to school, divorced husbands who feel pushed out of their children's lives by angry ex-wives, and 17-year-olds who feel they can't stand being alive for one more day. I can honestly say that I have never met a child or teen that I don't like, and believe me, I've worked with a lot of angry, hurting kids. Early in my career, I worked in a teen and tot clinic, teen girls with toddlers, in the inner city. Then I moved to a wealthy area outside of Springfield, Massachusetts, and took care of children whose parents were doctors or other professionals. I have visited parents living in dire poverty in the most remote parts of the Andes who struggle to succeed at the most elementary of parenting tasks, to feed their children. I have learned one thing: a parent's heart is a parent's heart. Whether a parent is a struggling, single teen mother or a wealthy professional, parents ache for their kids. They want their children to be healthy, safe, and most of all, happy. And they want them to live a better life than they did, even if those parents grew up in healthy homes. The altruism of parents' hearts drives them to want their children to have more of the good stuff in life. They don't necessarily want their kids to make more money or travel the world. They just want their children to experience greater peace and greater joy. That's it. So simple, but so terribly elusive. There's another thing that I learned early in my career, and it is this: if I want to help a child, I must help his parents. Why? Because one parent, better yet two, holds all the power in a child's life. If I want to help a 16-year-old girl stop cutting her arms, I talk to her father. If I want an anxious second grader to feel safer going to school, I work with his mother on ways to calm him and retrain his thinking. If I could scream anything from the rooftops that parents simply don't get, it's this: you make or break your children. Not Madonna, Miley Cyrus, pornography on the internet, teachers, coaches, or peers. Conscientious parents who read many parenting books have been duped into believing that when a son or daughter turns 13, they must loose them into their peer culture, because that's what kids want, even need. We plan to pick them up again when they're 18 or so, and they've become less like aliens. Then we wonder why our teenagers are so rebellious and filled with confusion and angst. But why wouldn't they be? We create a self-fulfilling prophecy by communicating to them that they will be hard to manage, love, and live with when they are teens. So why shouldn't they be? This, friends, is an American cultural phenomenon. It is not normal and doesn't need to be part of the experience of growing up in America. This is something that we have created because we buy into peer pressures of our own. This brings me to my point. In the cacophony of voices, friends, experts, grandparents, and culture, telling us how to parent, we need an infusion of sanity. Safe House
Sample complete. Ready to continue?